Hello, 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 all my machine heads, and welcome back to Meadow Farm Extended, Life of a Dairyman. As we watch the plane come in. Very neat. Welcome back to this wonderful, cloudy, chilly morning here on Meadow Farm Extended. We are down here at the shop picking up a couple of bales for tomorrow's feeding and a couple of pallets of fertilizer. And I bought the heavy bag lifter, so it's easier. We can do bales and pallets with it. So let's get back to the farm, deliver this, because we have one project that we forgot to do yesterday, shall we say. Take this out this way. So welcome everyone back to the Realistic Farming channel for Farming Simulator 19, where we use our real tractors, we use our real equipment, we have our realistic tutorials, and we have a real lot of fun. I did some changes on the farm. Yuri's been busy. We decided, after a long discussion, with myself, I decided to get rid of the telehandler, and I decided to buy a skid steer for our farm. It reminded me of home. There we go. Get that up a little bit for you guys. It just, and all it really the telehandler is for is cleaning out the cows, their pen. That's all it's for. So I got thinking about it, and I thought, well, if we sold back to the shop the telehandler, we can get a front loader, the bag lifter, as well as all the stuff we need to do, because we're starting to get short on money now. Remember, we haven't bought a harvester yet and that sort of stuff. But before we get to our farm, as you notice, let me come right up on this real quick. We forgot to cultivate this field. So we're going to drop this stuff off, and we're going to come back and we're going to cultivate that field before we call it finished and ready to seed. Fury done forgot, and when I was bringing the telehandler back, I did it all off camera. I looked over to my right here, and I realized we didn't cultivate that yet. So that's okay. We're going to go ahead and do that this episode. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing fantastic and great and awesome as usual. All is well on the Fury homestead in real life. We're all fat and healthy, as they say. Doing well. How's all your families doing on this great, I'm recording this on Halloween night. So on this great Halloween evening, I hope all your kiddies got lots and lots and lots of candy and everybody had a blast. I hope your weather was good where you were at. Let's go around this way. We're going to put the, Here's our little skid steer that we bought. Now, this is the in-game one, nothing special. I'm going to go ahead and look on the website, in-game website, see maybe we can get a Bobcat or something different. But for today this will work. And all this is just literally to buzz in and out and scoop up the stuff and clean it. And when we get ready to do straw, we will we'll use this to clean up the manure and everything out of the pen. And then we can take our tractor with our front loader and our big bag lifter over right to the field when we want to do bales and pick them up 2, 4, 6 at a time, or we can stack them twice. Too high, bring back 12 at a time if we wanted. Get my steering, sorry, as I run into the wall. I have to get my steering wheel straight, because if I don't, the steering wheel overrides the controller, and when I'm unloading pallets and stuff, I like to use a controller. It's just a little bit easier. So we're going to do this. Here, we're going to go like this. Get this thing straight. We're going to come and unhook that. We're going to take our strapperonis off. And now we can get in here and do this stacking. And this will be still tall enough to be able to get load up that big wagon. As you can see, it's a lot better. Now I should be able to grab both of these bales at one time. That's how I loaded it. I loaded it just like this. We're gonna see if I can get a little more square here. Bump into it a little bit. Come down, strap it up, and I think I got both pallets. Yep. Woohoo! See if we can limp this over to the... We are sliding. I'm going to need a weight on the back of this thing if I want to do 2 pallets at a time. I think if we go slow, we'll be able to pull this over to our fertilizer. Woo-hoo-hoo. Everybody, hope you don't all get sick. Check this out. Oh, we'll need a weight on the back, but the big bag lifter, when things are too close to it, it grabs both pallets. Let's get in here. Then we're going to one of these Millenniums. We're going to have to take this. We got a lag spike there. Take that liquid fertilizer and sell it. And I'm going to try. If I had a weight on the back of this, it wouldn't be so bad. Plus, if I lowered it down a little bit, we can stack this right in here. Go nice and slow and kind of tuck it right up against the wall. Release it, and we're off. See, now we got 2 pallets of fertilizer on the field, or on the farm. And you guys know how long that'll last. That'll be great. That'll last us at least. And remember, all our fields are already fertilized, so we won't need that until probably next year. Or the next 2 or 3 months. Now we're going to come and we're going to do these and see if we can get... This is how I did it the first time. Oops. Nope. That's okay. We got one. We got one. Oops. Gotta make sure I go this way. So used to hanging my head out the window the other way. Get it squared up. Bring her up. Kiss it. Back off. Pull her down. I'll hook her right up. Bada bing, bada boom. Just like bada. I mean, when you're doing this in real life, it's not so hard. And believe it or not, I've actually used these big bag lifters. Except for, now we're going to tuck this right up against the wall. And then we'll tuck this right up against the wall. And then we'll put the other one right on top of those two. The only thing is the only thing that's not realistic about this is the big bag lifter does have straps on it to hook to it, but you have to get out and manually strap them. It's not like you can just magically do what we're doing here. So we want to go into it. Oops, we want to get it above the trailer. Kiss it. Lower it. Strap her, and off we go. That's why I got it, because I thought, all right, so it's still realistic. So it still stays with the realistic farming channel. And we saved ourselves ultimately quite a bit of money. Now we'll see how well Fury does with this. Kiss it against the wall, back it up. Release it. Push it in. And look at that. Like a glove. Now we're going to go ahead, and this is where we're going to be using this anyways. For now, we're going to go here. Put this on the ground. And unhook that whole thing. And we'll leave the other unit, which will sit on the ground there. Just leave it just like that. Now we can take our trailer back to where it was in the very beginning, episode 1. Because remember, we had purchased this to begin with. And then when we're ready to go down and get some seeds, we can get, 4 or 6 pallets of seeds. You ever notice that when you first jump out of the tractor, the hookup button for the manual attaches like it comes out like, watch. I can unhook the trailer from there. It's weird. All right, we'll drop this back off over in our little area here. And then we'll go grab our cultivator and we'll start cultivating that last field there. Now, once winter hits and we start using the straw for their bedding, this trailer or this pallet will have to be moved. Trailer, not pallet. This trailer will have to definitely be moved because I'm going to store the manure here. Lizard Old Bale Trailer, that's what that is from the in-game mod hub. And then we'll move it to one of the sheds over there, probably next to the skid steer. And we'll bring our manure, which you have to clean out from right here, as I explained. And it'll stack up literally like right in over this fence, like right in here. All of this will be full. So that's the other reason I got the skid steers. We can go near and buzz in and pull it out when we need it. And we can store it right here in a big pile until we're ready to pick it up with the trailer. All right, so let's go get our front cultivator. Actually, before that, let's head down to the store. I sold that one weight thinking I wasn't going to need it again, but I think I'm going to need it. Because if I'm picking up two pallets at a time, I'm going to need it. So yeah, we got, Halloween night, we got creamed with trick-or-treaters again, as usual. I bought, candy this year was expensive. I bought 4 bags of candy, and it was like $38 for candy. And, we bought a couple of bags for ourselves as well, but $38 for candy, I mean, what? Ugh. I was saying to my wife, I said, I must be getting old. I was like, wasn't that stuff like $1 when I was a kid? You realize as you get older that chocolate's expensive. Because I don't want to be one of those houses that gives out, like, the crappy candy. I don't want to be labeled as the crappy candy guy. So, you're buying Snickers and Three Musketeers and all that stuff, and it was like literally 30-something bucks. I was like crazy. But we turned off our light a little early, and we still got people coming to the door. I mean, not now, because it's 12:30 at night. Why does that keep closing? It's weird. Oh, because I came out this way. I like how the tire tracks stay where I drive. That's awesome. This map is something else. It's actually really nice. So let us buy. And now remember, we had the 700 last time, but it wasn't heavy enough. So let's go with 1,000 this time. And we'll get it in our typical light blue. This one, Lumpkin. And that way, anything, remember, we're going all front mounted. So anything that we now put on the back or front, There we go. Now let's head back and grab our cultivator and see how much of that field we can get cultivated with the front cultivator this time. Yeah, it weighs it down really nice, so we'll be able to put the equipment, we'll be able to grab pallets and bales and stuff with this. I'll probably just leave it hooked right up because I think it's got a trailer hitch on the back, so I think if I raise it up, I can, or keep it raised, I can hook the trailer up with it. Now, what I also may do for that front loader is I may purchase a second tractor just to have for bales and yard work. Keep this as our field tractor as much as we can, and buy one just for the yard. I think if we do that, let's go with the Fiat. We'll go when we get back up to the farm here real quick. We'll look inside the shop up here and kind of make a decision. In the next episode, I'll buy one for, one that's right around $35,000. This is awesome. Like I said, it's all overgrown in here now, so it's hard to find your. Slow down. Grab us some fuel. I don't know how much that cost, but let's see how much money we got left over here. Let's see here, 676, and I know that my harvester's gonna be right around 250, so we're getting close. But here, let's try this. Let's look at small tractors again. We'll go all the way over here. We've got the Fiat, which can have a front loader, I think, attached to it. Let's see. Yes, we can go. This is the 1000 series. It's the same tractor as this one. This is the 1300 DT. But I downloaded this because I saw it because our neighbor had the Fiat 1000 series all-wheel drive. So this is the tractor that he had. So I grabbed it, and you can change it to Warren Orange or Warren Green. Or we can go a medium tractor and go the Fiat 180, 190. That one. Let me know in the comments which one you want me to buy. Well, we also have several medium ones. We have the 7200 series. That's a mod that I downloaded. That got to just make sure it has a front loader on it. Yes. Okay. We can get that one. We want to keep it under 30,000, so we can get the case. What's the? Can I get a? Yeah, I can get a front lifter on this one too. What's the 249? I want to go 200. I want to keep it under 200 horsepower. So we can go the case 7200. Here's your choices. The Fiat 180, 190, or the White Workers, but I don't think they can get a front loader on this one. No. So that would have to be switched to our. Oh, it doesn't even have a front attacher to it. Okay, so your choices in the comments. The 7200 series under 200. I'll keep it under 200. The Fiat Green 180, 190, or we can go the Fiat 1000 all-wheel drive or the Fiat Series 2-wheel drive. Either way, I think. Let's see, engine. Yeah, you can get this all the way to 185 horsepower. So those are your choices: your Fiat 2-wheel drive, your Fiat all-wheel drive, or your Case 7200 mod. and or your fee agree. Let me know in the comments. If not, I will pick one when we come back, and it won't matter to me, whatever, as long as it's not a John Deere, for one simple reason, because I want to keep John Deere off this farm, just because I want to keep it like older tractors. I mean, you can get an older John Deere, don't get me wrong, but it's got to fit with this theme that we're doing here. And all those choices that I gave you. Oh. All those choices that I gave you are within the range of this. Okay, Fury's got to come out straight. You know, if this was really my farm, I'd have half the walls and stuff torn apart. Driving like a madman. And I think that would be smart, because here's the thing, is once we sold the telehandler who was sitting here and all the implements with it, we were able to buy a skid steer, another tractor, a front loader, and a weight. Because that telehandler was like $95,000. So if we can get ourselves a second tractor, and that tractor, keep in mind, will only be used for yard work. So it has to be under 200 horsepower, the one that we pick, and it has to be small enough to go for bales, and that's what it's going to be used for. Field bales and yard work, and that's it. Like loading up and feeding the animals and watering the animals and things like that. We're going to keep our field tractor as much as we can to this one. Now, because this is a front one, we can do headlands and go just around. This will be nice too, because it's only 3 meters, but now you're not backing up. And I can't believe I forgot this, to be honest with you. Because at first I was going to go with one tractor, but it would be nice to start seeing the scenery from a different tractor, since we're filming episode 19 right now, or 20? 19 or 20 already. So much better to use without them tines on there. Look at that. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Break up the furrows. This is absolutely awesome. If we had one of these when I was growing up, oh, life would be so sweet. I'd be like, all right, Dad, I'll cultivate. We used to fight over it because none of us wanted to plow or cultivate because it's a pain in the butt. I mean, it's not. Everything's. But if I had all these front fertilizers and everything like that, I'd be eating a sandwich right now. And it's perfect, too, because it's only 3 meters wide. So it's kind of perfect size for the tractor. All right, so I'm going to switch now back to my controller, or my steering wheel like I'm supposed to. And then I can just drive. Get the angle right here. I mean, think about the ingenious. That's what I said. People are way, way smarter than me. I mean, whoever designed this, I mean, they're thinking, oh, we could just put it on the front of a tractor and push it along. Like, neato, neato, neato. And technically, I think if you were to do it right, I think, couldn't you put a fertilizer behind it if you wanted? Or a seeder? You could do both, technically. So, I mean, realistically, you could be cultivating and seeding at the same time. Save yourself one whole trip. Because there's no tines to break. There's no extreme stress on it. So really, you could just drive. You can just drive wherever you wanted to go. Super cool. Still laughing that I forgot it. Forgot to do this field. But I apologize for the changes that I had to make, but I had to get the old farmer in me started making decisions about money. I started going, okay, what is going on? And I'm going to take this corner just a little bit slower, just to be sure. And then we can crank up the cruise here. Now, like I said, I set this at 10 miles an hour. I don't know how fast they use it in real life. It didn't show speeds. But I'm assuming if it's like a cultivator, I'm assuming you could probably plod along at probably 8-10 miles an hour. That's why I set it at that. It's kicking up dirt pretty good, though. It's pretty neat. And technically, it wouldn't need any hoses because all it needs is a lift. Take a look at something. Oh, yeah. Very nice. And you're utilizing you're not having to drive off your field and go back around and turn around. You're literally doing 3 meters in a circle. The only time you got to turn around is like right here. The rest of this field I can, and then one up in the corner up front here. Very nice. And I think that if we can find ourselves a front seeder, I don't know if somebody's made a mod of one or not. I'll have to definitely research that one and see. I know they make air seeders because I've seen them used in real life. Like the big John Deeres or air seeders, they just kind of throw the seed on the ground. Have I ever used one? No, but I do know they exist. They're a lot like fertilizer spreaders where they just kind of throw the seed on the ground, and then I think you got to do something with them. So let Theory do his research and come up with, look at that. So now you can drive real quick right over this and get out of here, birds, as DJ Goham would say. I mean, in theory, the birds were a great addition to the game. They made it kind of like a realism, but, and from what I heard, they're coming up with all kinds of new animals for 22. You're going to have deer and everything else, but in theory, the birds work. But let me do my research and see if they make a front seeder. I don't care if it's an air seeder, if we can just use it and spread the seeds on that way. Because Fury's on a mission, and then I'm going to park this up here, and we're going to finish this up. We're at 30 minutes already, but good thing is we were able to get our pallets back. I was able to show you the new equipment we got. We got them unloaded, and we brought our cultivator down here. And because this would have normally been done, and then we'd been running pallets all day. But this little thing is absolutely gorgeous. It does exactly what it's supposed to. But like I said, in theory, technically you could put a seeder or a fertilizer on the back, and you could cultivate and fertilize at the same time. It's kind of like doing two jobs at once. And then when you hook up the fertilized spreader on the front, you could fertilize and cultivate on the back. You can do, multiple things. Will we do it that way? No, we're going to do one thing at a time just so we can keep track. But you could. Love the dirt things. But that's what thank you for liking the videos and watching the videos and doing what you could to make them go crazy. I love each and every one of you. Just make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, and sharing. And as always, make sure you look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for each other's families. That's super important, not only to me, but it should be to you guys too. Make sure that you just relax and enjoy it. Enjoy the video, whether it's the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you're watching it. And please, just enjoy and relax. And with that, Fury will catch everyone on the flip side.